I am super excited to start off today's session.
Yep.
So we've always spoken about employee upskilling, employee learning. What about leadership learning? How do you think leaders can stay abreast with all the upcoming information, with new skills? And do you feel that they are sometimes left out in the learning experience? Because they are trying their employees get upskilled. But what about them?
Absolutely. I think that's a very valid question, especially in today's times, Pragya. I think one roadblock that we face is there are still many leaders who probably are a little wary or shy of admitting that they need to get, to actually upskill the kind of competencies or how they manage their roles. There are a lot of leaders who probably still hesitate to say that I still have a lot of learning to do before I, reach to a specific level. Of course, a lot of solutioning now has come to your tier one institutes, which help us, with specific programs, which custom build programs, which help, leaders upskill the kind of abilities that or competencies that, they work on. There is a lot of custom made programs that even the IIMs, as an example, kind of end up building. But I believe the real learning for any leader comes from networking. The more they network, the more they learn from each other. The more they network within their industry or outside their industry, the more they understand how, what's the kind of trends, and thereby learn. Learning is also not restricted to how you learn through systems or classroom learning anymore. Learning is out there in the world, right? And the more you go out in the world,
Definitely.
and the more you ask questions, and the more you are able to probably put yourself in the open and say that I do not know, but I would like to know more. And the more you are able to open your mind to learning, it becomes easier for leaders. And I see or I believe that this has started to change in the recent times, where leaders are asking to learn and where they would like for opportunities to learn. However, those opportunities continue to remain customized. Those opportunities continue to remain relevant as long as you are able to understand the competencies that a leader requires. So we try and ensure that our leaders attend a lot of networking events, go to conventions, go to conferences. You speak to others, understand what each other, what the other leaders are talking about, what other organizations are implementing, and thereby comes your learning, because your learning is at a strategic level, and that only happens when you keep meeting, when you keep networking.
Excellent point. Yeah, agree to that. Thank you for making me understand, because I always felt that we continuously talk about employees, but what about leaders?
Absolutely. No, that still remains probably secondary to many organizations. But as I said, leaders are now beginning to wake up to the fact that they also need to stay relevant, and they are now not hesitant to ask for learning, which is really very important and very interesting for an LLD professional,
Yeah, and then the culture follows.
Yes.